Hello, everybody, and welcome to Paranormal Nation Radio. Not so normal. Your regular Tuesday, not so normal night. How's Denise and Ron doing?
Doing good.
My hair's on fire. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is. Just one more thing. Trying to figure out what I can pack up. I got stuff that's packed up I can't move because I got stuff stacked on top of it that I need until a certain day.
Right.
Can't put up my desk until we don't have internet.
Right.
So more than likely, we will not be on with you next Tuesday.
Oh, okay. That's no problem.
We're picking the truck up probably around 1 o'clock Tuesday.
And it's just me and him loading it at this point that we know of. So
where's all the other kids? Why don't they help?
Remember, Lauren, I just told you, Lauren's leaving on Monday to take the dogs down.
Right. Oh, okay. That's right.
So she's going to have all of her stuff out in the garage ready to go except for her bed and things like that. So
well, Nigel's right on time every week, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Thank you, Nigel.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
We do.
I hope you sleep well. But yeah, we're just, how do we get to all this stuff that we got to get done in just over a week? But got the change of address done, got all
David Glidden
headed home.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Be back soon, please.
So, David?
But yeah, we're change of address is done. Can't change my voter registration until we get our licenses. So
oh yeah, you got to change all your license and everything when you get
Gotta
get everything shut off here and then turned on there and deposits. And yeah, it's just nothing but slinging money out left and right, which I knew was coming, but
yeah, we knew. I mean, it's not like we're shocked, but it's that deposit thing. You know, normally, you know, when you move around town, you're credited already because they already know. But down there, they don't know us from anybody. So, you know, deposits for all this crap and just trying to figure it all out. But finding out with Dish Network, we got to take all the shit with us and mail it back from there.
Are you kidding me?
No. They don't do anything right.
Man, everybody leaves Dish stuff everywhere.
Well, the dish on the house can stay. They can get that. It's the stuff.
But the boxes, I can find them everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the thing is they'll charge us for them.
Oh.
So the people who are leaving them, apparently they don't know that they're going to get charged. So the only thing we don't have to send back are the remote controls.
Right.
But I have them. I have 3 of them. So, but yeah, we got to take all this stuff and box it up and take it with us. And I just, some of the stuff I just
don't like Dish, can't stand Direct. So what are you left with, you know?
Roku.
That's it. Yeah, Roku.
I don't even know what's on it.
You can watch anything.
I normally watch.
Yeah, you can pretty much watch everything.
Oh yeah, you can buy the Hulu package. You buy the Hulu package, you get all the channels on there.
It says something on there on FanDuel TV. All you gotta do is find out where to watch it.
Yeah.
So
not on that.
Yeah, on that.
It's not on Roku.
I bet.
I don't pay attention to it because I don't.
What are you trying to watch on Roku?
Well, I'm looking it up for him. Where can he watch FanDuel? Right here.
They got their own streaming.
FanDuel? Yeah.
Free on Roku. I can't look it up because I'm on Works Network. But it says right there.
What's it say?
Download FanDuel TV app free on Roku. It downloads into the thing.
It downloads just like it does Netflix and Hulu and all those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might we might do that for a while. I just don't want to. We're not going to have time to watch TV.
Yeah, we plan on being at the beach.
Well, you're going to be at the beach. Plus, you get down there, you got all this unpacking to do.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Putting stuff together and.
Here you go. Ruby, back here. Yeah, I'm not worried about the.
Okay.
Yep. Not worried about unpacking. It's just, I mean, the main things, this load of stuff is all the stuff we do have to put away, but we don't necessarily put it away day one.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lauren, when she said she was going to leave, I said, take towels because there's no towels. Take a blanket. There's no blankets. I mean, there may be some in the garage.
Yeah, in the garage.
But they may not be clean because we wrapped stuff around all the stuff, and we didn't bring those back. But I just did some of her laundry. She can always throw some in a suitcase and take it down.
Yeah, I was going to say she don't have a washer and dryer down there yet. So
no, that's
now
here.
I got. She might need those blankets to throw on the little roll-out bed I got down there.
But yeah, I told her she can always pull the blanket off of our bed. It's just a fluffy sheet.
Right.
So, but no, there's a laundromat 3 miles away if she really needs to do something.
Right.
So
we're only talking 3 days.
I know. I mean, if she wants to go out there and get a blanket to wash, she should be fine. I'm not worried about it. She'll have her refrigerator all emptied out here, and
if she gets too cold, she can sleep outside.
Yeah, the humidity will take care of it. So, but
it'll be nice and warm down there.
Yeah,
that's why she's leaving when she is, because she's afraid that it's going to be too hot for the dogs in the car.
Oh,
and that could be.
It could be. How many dogs she taking? Oh,
more.
She taking the pin with her? Oh, okay.
Yep. I don't, or you know what?
She'll have to.
No, she can't.
What?
She's gonna have to walk them separately at this point.
The pin.
Yeah, she can't take the crates and stuff with her in the car. We got to take those in the truck.
He asked about the pin.
I don't think she can take that. I don't think it'll fit in her car.
I don't think it will either. I don't think it folds up that small.
Mm-mm. I think it came over.
It doesn't fold up.
No, it doesn't. Each piece basically comes out separately.
Oh.
But it still won't fit.
It didn't look like it was that big. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know how she's going to get it in there.
It's just something you'll have to check out, and if not, she'll have to walk each dog separately.
Right.
Well, like I told her, I said,
I'll have dog crap all over the yard then.
No, she's got the bags, and she already knows that she's got to clean that up. But she also, there's a off-leash dog park just 4 miles away. So she can do that as well, and she wants to call Lindsay and let them run around Lindsay's yard a little bit and clean up after them there. That might be just as easy.
Right, because Lindsay's only what, 20 minutes away?
4 miles.
4 miles.
Oh, 4 miles.
Yep.
Oh, I thought she was a little bit further than that.
No,
she might have been 20 minutes if we moved over the other side of town at the right time of day. It could have been 20.
And other times it could have been an hour.
The only way to get there is over the bridge, and that gets pretty busy.
Yeah, over this 2-lane bridge, and then it becomes it's two 2-lane bridges.
Well,
bottleneck.
The nice thing about it, she gets down there those 3 days ahead of time. If she needs anything, her sister's 4 miles away.
If she needs anything, she's an adult.
They'll be
She'll
over
figure it out.
Yeah.
So she can do it. I mean, the biggest thing is getting there.
Yeah.
And that's the hard,
I think we just have a newer version of their house.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
And an opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh, our house. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ours is a little. Where did he go? Okay.
He got awful quiet, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, Gary, I'm so glad you came down.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys could come out.
It was real nice visiting with you guys. Did the deer ever come back?
No, but around 7 o'clock, I went out. I was doing some stuff out front later that day. I did hear something that was bigger running around in the little woods over here.
Yeah.
So something in there was bigger.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was the mother, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
But now we haven't seen any. So
we did see Emily.
Sunday, she came down. She volunteers out here at the Tiger thing.
The Cedar
Oh,
Cove.
really?
Yep.
Well, good.
And she picked up the lights for you.
Yeah, I had them in the basement. I forgot to bring them up.
Oh, okay.
So
you got lights for the one aquarium, but I had another light. Now I had a smaller one. I think it fits a 10-gallon.
Right.
So I said, just take them both.
Yeah, we just sent them.
She said she'd drop them off.
Oh, that's good.
She's going to stop by and check on Tammy.
Oh, down in the city?
No, wherever Tammy's at.
In the city?
Oh, okay.
Down by Liberty?
Oh, well, I know that she moved to Liberty. I don't know when she's going to come see Tammy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They still go back there, I think.
Yeah, they're still in Gallatin most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, so Emily moved to Liberty?
She's moving to Liberty, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Month. Yeah, in the next month.
Oh,
her and Sampson are moving there, and she sounds really happy.
Good.
Yep.
But she wants to stay involved with the theater up there in Gallatin.
Uh-huh.
So
that's going to be a little rough for her driving back and forth from down there up here.
But you know what, though? If she's driving all the way down here to volunteer, I think Gallatin's an easier drive.
Yeah. So she's volunteering down at the big cat sanctuary down there.
Yeah, it'll be a lot.
Where's that at?
Liberty.
5 miles.
Did you just say it'd be easier from Gallatin?
No, easier for her to go back and forth from Liberty to Gallatin than from here to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 5 miles east of here, not even. So it's a wildcat sanctuary that's
I've
operated.
never been there.
The kids have. I mean, all of our kids have been there, but we've never been.
Oh.
They also have wolves there, as well as lions, tigers, and wolves.
Oh, good.
But we have, and of course, we have mountain lions down here that people don't realize that we have mountain lions here.
Right.
And they're roaming around.
Oh, we got them up here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we got bears up here.
You know what? They say we have bears down here, but I mean, if they have them in Arkansas and they have them up there, they could be anywhere in between.
They are. They just, they're migrating. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Migrating up and everything. Everybody's had footprints. They've had claws on the trees. A couple of video cams, footage of them, and everything in our area. So, yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, she talked about that when we were up there in Cameron.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad
doing the investigation there at the high school.
They're moving closer to where Sampson works.
So he works at the Ford plant, so he's down the street.
Oh, he does. He gave up with his dad. Like I said, I haven't heard from her or anything. So I don't know.
Yeah. It was off and on. Doing decks, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was working with his dad doing construction and never would get paid.
Yeah.
So
he's doing. It sounds like he's doing maintenance down there at the Ford plant.
More of a gopher right now. Yeah. He's a gopher, and then until they get him in there on a regular.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's kind of filling in here and there.
Hey, and then, that's good. He's got a regular job now.
Oh yeah, that's a good paying one.
The bad part is he could be in, have to work till 5 o'clock one night and have to be in there at 5 o'clock in the morning the next night.
That's because he's not on a
because he's
regular
on a
job or shift yet.
Yeah, he's kind of like doing retail opening and closing and weird shit.
Right.
But you know what?
He's a low dog.
As long as they get what they need, that's all that matters. So, but she sounds happy. And,
good.
But yeah, it was nice to see her. I don't know. There's a few people that I didn't even think about that we'd miss. Logan and them. They used to live across the street. I had said something on Facebook the other day about, that I really don't know anybody here. And Logan goes, well, what about us? I said, well, you don't come around. You don't come around. I can't see you. you know.
Oh, we had more visitors this last week than 23 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, not 23 years. At least 10 years. With the kids and stuff coming.
But we already got a bunch of people planning to come down already before we're even ready.
Which is funny.
Joe, our friend Joe Boxall, he's wanting to come down 2 weeks later. I'm like, I hope we got a place for you to sit. We have to go buy some of them folding chairs.
You may have to put a tent up in the backyard.
Man.
Yeah, talk about humid. That would probably be miserable, even in the shade.
Yeah.
So, but Ron's been doing some research though on the outdoor kitchen stuff.
Oh yeah.
You're liking that idea a whole bunch, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. Or what all I want. I don't need a sink out there, but definitely an oven, stove,
griddle.
Well, at least
they've even got stuff down. A lot of these pizza ovens that you make out of brick and that. I thought they could almost do that just on a little bigger scale rather than just cooking pizza.
Oh yeah, you can.
I'm thinking about something like that.
Oh yeah,
but I wouldn't really have a stove. That's the only problem.
Yeah, because the big thing is it gets hot. Here it gets hot,
right?
And once May hits, May to October, do you know I don't use my oven?
Right.
I don't think most people do in the summer.
But again, down there, you don't have a choice. It's still going to be really warm, maybe all but 3 months a year.
Right.
Or less. So what am I going to do when Thanksgiving comes around? Well, you know what? I use a roaster as it is.
Go to the beach.
Yeah. and if we had,
turkey tastes good at the beach, doesn't it?
Yeah. So does clam and shrimp and all that good stuff.
Scampi.
Yeah.
But, the thing is Lindsay, that's the first thing she said. Thanksgiving, she wants the traditional turkey dinner because almost the entire time they were in Vegas, she did not get turkey and gravy and all that stuff.
Oh, that poor girl.
Well, because they did beef.
Yeah.
And so, their choices are fine, but the only time during COVID, she had her own turkey. But I don't her and it's like, okay, we'll do it. But yeah, we're talking about painting our big kitchen table with outdoor type of paint and just putting the table out there and cooking out there with.
Oh yeah.
I have one of those. What do you call it? I have this big round new wave oven.
Yeah.
That heats up the house a lot, but
right.
They're really good for pizza and all kinds of other stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
that's what I'm building out on our deck right now. Of course, I got the smoker and the barbecue grill all in one out there. I've got a table set up that I take my portable griddle out there until I build a cover where I can leave it out there all the time, hooked up to a big bottle. That out there. So between those two right there, I can cook just about anything we eat on them.
You're using propane griddle?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was one of the, there is gas to our house. I just don't know where it's at.
I'm not getting it hooked up.
No. The only way we get that hooked up is if we have a generator.
No. I use the little propane bottles and everything that you do with the barbecue grills. It hooks right up to my griddle.
Did you?
Yeah, it'll either be propane or I'm looking at wood pellets.
Did you see the?
It's cheap.
There's a camp oven.
Yeah.
It's truly an oven with.
I've used those before.
With burners on top.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the burner. The Coleman.
You get a little propane.
I mean,
bottle.
like I said, I remember the Coleman ones where I could cook on top, but I don't ever remember there ever being an oven.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, back in the day, I don't think there was. Just a stove.
Do you know what?
Somebody had one. I used it.
If somebody has a pop-up camper with cooking stuff in it, that would be perfect to turn into an outdoor kitchen.
Oh yeah. And it's all ran off propane.
Yep.
Every bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
The little four burner cooked surface on there, your little oven, everything like that.
Yeah, or even one from a boat with a cabin cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Same kitchen as in a camper.
Oh, I
know. Not
know.
run off of propane though. I don't know what.
But when it's hot like this, I either eat sandwiches and cool stuff inside, so we don't have to have the stove going, or I'll set stuff out and I'll grill steaks or pork roast or whatever I want, out there for me and Tammy. Or if we want a breakfast, I do it on the griddle outside. So, yeah, I mean, the outside cooking part, if our weather stayed nice more often and everything, I told her, I said, what I want to do is build a deal on the deck that in the wintertime I can enclose it in. Then I can still do my cooking because I hate cooking on her stove. It's one of those flat top.
Yeah.
I hate them things with a passion and everything. I tell her, I said, I'll do all the cooking as long as I cook outside and everything. It's just easier for me to do stuff that way.
Right.
And stuff. So when it gets real cold, she does the cooking on the stove.
Well, that's because it's dual purpose at that point.
Right, it is.
That's the way I've always seen it. I don't mind cooking. In fact, I love to bake. I like casseroles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Once it gets too warm, I can't do it. You know, and there's only so many things that I feel like making sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we make a lot of Mexican food, and sometimes baked tacos are better than the kind you just do on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just want something a little bit different. Quesadillas,
exactly. And that's
quesadillas are great.
When I'm grilling outside and stuff like that, when Tammy used to work for Sky Chef down at the airport, she brought home a couple of these. They're aluminum boxes. They're warming boxes. Right. Is what they are, with a little door on the front, right? I set them on top of the grill. I can put anything inside there and use it like an oven.
Mm.
It works out fantastic and stuff. We got 2 of them, and I've tried it that way. I even baked a cake inside one.
Yeah, the thing is you don't really have really good temperature control.
Oh, yeah, I do.
How?
And it depends on your where your coals are at on your grill. If I need it warmer, I can slide it closer to the charcoal. If I need it cooler, I slide it further away from it. And I do it. I've got temperature knobs on it that I can watch the temperature on.
Yeah.
Just like when you're smoking meat, right? You smoke pork. You want to smoke it at about 250 degrees. So you learn how to do your airflow and how to do your exhaust to get your temperature right at that 250 where it'll stay. Hello, Lizzie.
Yeah,
hey, Lizzie.
So far, I haven't had.
Yeah, if you got a temperature gauge, that'll help.
It does. Plus, I've got the meters with the cables that go inside that you can put in there, and it tells you the temperature of your meat or whatever you have in there, plus the temperature of the box. So it works out different ways, different things. The hardest thing is on these little portable griddles that we got, not like the big one we had up at the restaurant. I could turn the gauges on and set them right at 250 or 300, right? Mm-hmm. And it would stay there. But you're dealing with an inch of solid steel griddle.
Right.
Right? These here, you got about 3/8 of an inch steel and everything, but it's special steel for these griddles, and they retain heat. But getting your propane there in the H pattern underneath there to do it right sometimes is hard to do.
Yeah. So,
But
right now our problem is what are we going to eat? Our freezer is getting empty. It looks like we're going to be having corn for every meal for a little while. Got like 5 bags of corn.
Yeah.
Get all the frozen corn.
Trader Joe's.
Oh.
Months ago, before I knew we were moving. I took some steaks over to Leah and I said, here, I said, you guys make these and I'll figure out something. I made
steaks in there?
Yeah, for months.
Wow.
To go along with the lobster that we have in there.
Wish I'd known we had steaks in there. They wouldn't have been. They wouldn't have been there very long.
I made some
Of course, I got my grillers down there too. So
yeah, Italian sausage quesadillas.
I don't like steaks on a stove.
Yeah. Ugh. So
it's got to be grilled.
So I've been getting really creative. So I took some tortillas, threw some pizza sauce on them, some pizza cheese, and the Italian sausage. Cooked that up and said, "Here you go, Italian sausage quesadillas." Or when I submitted the recipe to Betty Crocker years ago, I called them pizza quesadillas.
Good night, Nigel.
Good night. So
good night, Nigel.
I don't know if I'm just trying to come up with something to use the crap we got. So I know I had gotten some. I should have sent them with you. Some bratwurst. And,
yeah.
And they're jalapeno. They were pepper jack ones. And the last time we had them, they were so salty that I don't want to feed them to Ron.
Right.
So it's like, okay, now what? So it looks like Italian sausage. We still have that. We still have some breakfast sausage. So I think we're having breakfast for dinner tonight.
Hey, sometimes that's the best meal there is.
You know, we do. Oh, no, we can't. I don't have any eggs. I bought 6 eggs.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have any.
That's all. I bought a half a dozen eggs thinking, oh, this is more than enough. But my family really likes corned beef hash.
Oh,
and I throw eggs in it and cook it all together.
Right.
I guess we may be having. We also have Spam.
Spam's good.
Spam's good with cheese and eggs and on a sandwich.
Yep.
It's also good after you rinse some of the salt off. It's good.
Yeah.
It's just way too salty.
Right.
So, but we'll figure it out. We're not starving.
Oh, that's just like me and Tammy. When it comes to the griddle and the barbecue grill, you can ask Tammy. I love to experiment with different things.
That's what I did.
And everything. So I watched a video on these hash brown omelets.
That's what you said.
And oh my God. When we had them up at the restaurant, they were a gigantic hit up there. Nobody had ever had anything like that. So the first thing we got when I bought this griddle, it's a little 17-inch griddle. I told Tammy, I said, I'm making a hash brown omelet. If this thing makes it the right way, we got a good griddle and stuff. And I made a nice size hash brown omelet, enough for me and her just to eat one. That's how big it was and stuff. And I mean, once you make one, you'll fall in love with them.
Well, actually, I have everything but the eggs right now.
Yeah, you get hash browns, you get your peppers, your red peppers, your yellow peppers, you know, all that, onions, cheese, the meat you want in there and everything, which I use sausage or I'll use bacon in it. And usually 2 eggs is what it takes.
2 eggs per person or 2 eggs for one meal?
2 eggs for one omelet.
Yeah.
That's all I ever use anyway.
Well, yeah, but your hash browns, you're going to use, well, to give you an idea, you're going to use hash browns that are, you're going to make it, say, 7 inches by 12 inches.
And this is the shredded?
shredded hash browns, and you're going to make it to where it is about a half-inch thick. It's a lot of hash browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But you cook it first. You got it all flattened out and everything. Then you crack your eggs and mix them up and pour them on top of the hash browns. Right? Just as they're starting to cook up and everything, you put your peppers on one half, your cheese on one half, your meat on one half, and then you take your spatula and flip the other half of hash browns over top of it and cook it. And there's your hash brown omelet.
Do you thaw out your hash browns before you cook them?
Nope. Right out of the
I always do because they cook better.
Well, sometimes they do. Sometimes I make my own hash browns. And when you make your own hash browns, shred your potatoes up, put them in water, soak them, take them out, put them on a paper towel, and dry them out. Yep. And then put them on and cook them, and they cook crisp. If you don't, you're going to have soggy hash browns.
That's why I thaw out my hash browns before I cook them. I do it in the microwave. I take out however much I think I need, do it in the microwave, and then dry them off. And they turn out better for me. If I do them the other way, they're still somewhat raw. They don't cook right. So it's kind of the microwave kind of pre-cooks them a little bit for me.
Exactly. Well, that's just like, we always grew up with baked potatoes you put in the oven and bake them and everything. And, here a couple of years ago, we had the food pantry at the church. So these potatoes came in wrapped up and said microwavable potatoes. And I went, what?
Yep.
So we looked at them, brought them home. I said, well, we'll try one, see if it's a regular potato. Turned out good for a baked potato. So now, anytime we do baked potatoes, we get the saran wrap out, wrap our potato out, and throw it in the microwave.
I don't even do that. I just poke mine with a fork and just throw them in the microwave for 6 minutes.
Right. Well,
I don't waste the saran wrap.
We put them on there, and I'll tell you what, when you take it out, it likes to burn your hands. Oh, yeah. But you get that out and split it open, put your butter in there. Oh, my God, it melts just so instantly and everything. Your sour cream and all your fixings in it. And,
we do that every once in a while. I'll make that, and I'll top it with, I'll take ground beef, and I'll cook it up, and I'll throw barbecue sauce in it. And I'll throw the barbecue hamburger on top of the potato with some cheddar cheese. Mm-hmm. Bowl meal. Everything that you could need is right there. You can throw on your sour cream if you want it, whatever. And you could also do it with taco meat. It's just a matter of what do you want.
A lot of times I do it is we'll have chili and have leftover chili. I'll do a baked potato with chili over top of it, with cheese and everything in it.
Just like Wendy's, huh?
Oh, yeah. Got to. That's the only way to eat. But this week is slim pickings. I'm by myself. So it's hard to cook for one.
It is. So where's Tammy?
Tammy's down in Liberty taking care of Waylon.
Oh, that's right. For the next 2 weeks.
For the next 8 or 9 days. Yeah. And everything. Because the kids went to the Virgin Islands for vacation and stuff.
And they planned all this before she got hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everything's good to go. It's on one level house there and stuff. So
does she have any help if she needs it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The other boys are over at their real moms. If she needs anything, they'll be over there. One just graduated high school, and the other one will be a senior next year. So they're doing that good. But yeah, we're the only two that can take care of Waylon. So.
Oh. We got a dad. So let me go.
We got a daddy.
Yep, got a daddy. Let me get Ruby's pants.
It's been sitting there a while.
Yeah,
pretty quiet.
It's been being so good today.
Yeah. But yeah, so everything sounds like you're getting everything all ready and situated. And have you had any luck on looking for a job down there yet, or?
No, not really. I might have to hold off until I get a real phone. The phone number I was giving them was my work one. Now I won't have that in a couple of days. So
Right.
So I kind of backed off on it.
Oh, that's good.
In fact, I changed the resume. I put Denise's number on it, but that ain't gonna help me much.
No, but no, you need a couple of weeks off anyway because you got to get everything there packed up, drive down there, get everything unpacked, go through stuff, and then it'll be time. So, yeah, it's going to be quite the deal. Quite the deal.
See you, bud. He's tired.
Yeah, they get that way. So you'll get down there, get everything situated, and get to the beach, and then you're going to get down there and do some paranormal stuff that you found out about a lot of buildings.
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit down there.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll have to get Denise set up on StreamYard on her phone so you guys can go live down there.
Yep.
At some of those places and stuff like we did at the cemetery.
Yeah, a lot of it'll be our first time too, so
that'll be interesting.
They can learn with us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's when good. Emily was down here on Sunday, she said something about, she goes, I'd like to go back out to the cemetery again and do a camp out. She goes, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to get a hold of her and see exactly when she's going to.
But yeah, Leah's already told us that she wants to go to the Arcadia Mill, which is one of the places that both Rob and Erica told us about. I interviewed them. So, and it's not, it might be 8 minutes from the house. The mill itself is gone, but the area where it is, a huge park. It's from what I can tell, it's a raised pier, decking kind of walkway.
That's one entrance.
No, it's in Milton.
Oh, really?
It's down near Baghdad.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Oh, near downtown.
Yeah, near the south of history.
Yeah, the downtown. Theater looks pretty interesting.
The Masons Lodge looks weird.
Yeah, that's
weird. Basically, it has steps. Okay, so you got this building, and it's got steps that they lift up. You have to put the steps down for you to get into the Mason Lodge on the second floor.
They're like folded up.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Lower it. Yeah, it's.
And it wasn't built there. It was built someplace else, taken apart and moved there.
Yeah, it's a different building.
Yeah, it's odd. It's right on the Blackwater River.
Downtown.
In the middle of old downtown Milton. So, and you figure Milton has been there for a long time. The area there, it's been around since around the same time as St. Augustine, 15 something.
Oh, wow.
So, because you had had pirates and all kinds of stuff coming in there. They have history going back to beyond, way beyond Blackbeard. So you got the Spanish-American War that was going on down there. Some of the things that we found are related to the Revolutionary War.
Right.
I thought that was a little bit too far south for Revolutionary War.
Well, that's what I would thought too, but.
Well, you figure the original colonies, I guess, was it North Carolina, I think, was the original. I don't know what the original 13 were all of a sudden. And I used to know all that stuff.
The original 13?
Yeah, I know it's Massachusetts,
Oh,
Rhode Island, but I don't know about South Carolina, North Carolina,
Virginia.
Virginia. Yep, and West Virginia didn't exist.
right.
Right.
So there would have been, I don't know if it was North Carolina, South Carolina, or if it was
Pennsylvania,
the Carolinas,
New York.
I think it was the Carolinas.
New Jersey, and Delaware.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah,
they don't need to know.
But yeah, I mean, it's unusual that it would be that far down there.
well,
but
so
there
what's
again,
strange?
you got the Gulf and the ocean right there where they're coming in on that side. So yeah,
Oh, it was north and
they go
south.
down around the bottom and come up back in pirate days.
So we found there's this one place we went through. We were driving down 65, and we see there's a river that I noticed. It's called, well, it's a creek. It said it was called Murder Creek. And it's like, well, that's unusual. We go down 31, and we're driving down through Bruton, Alabama, and we go across Murder Creek again. And it's like, that can't be the original name of this creek. I wonder what the history is behind that. So I looked it up, and that's when I found out that back to the Revolutionary War days, this is when this came to be. But now seeing that Georgia was part of the original 13 colonies, it's really not that far from where, Georgia is not that far from where Bruton, Alabama is. It's maybe 100 miles.
Yeah.
So, and they said something about the Native Americans and other stuff, traders.
It probably runs through there.
It does. But it was in Bruton that this happened,
right?
The murders. But yeah, it was a horrible story that a bunch of people got murdered, and that's when they changed the name of the creek to Murder Creek. But it's just interesting that why would I even think of that? But I will say Bruton, Alabama is a cute, small town. It's bigger than Lewisburg, a lot bigger. They have a Walmart. We don't here.
Right.
But, it was kind of neat driving through there and seeing this small town out there. I told Lauren and Leah that they should look at this area if they're really, want to be a little bit further inland. It's only 35 minutes from where we live. So
you want to make that drive 2 or 3 times a day?
No. But as the kids get older, that's not going to be necessary. So,
right.
But yeah, I did not realize that Georgia was actually one of the original 13 colonies.
It
goes down pretty far. So, but
it does.
I figure Spain owned everything else. But, we'll be learning a lot of history once we get down there.
Right. And then the beaches are how far away from you?
30 minutes.
30
or less.
minutes.
If we go to Avalon Beach, it's probably 15 minutes.
It's not even a bad drive until you get right down there. I mean, the highway to get down there is
89.
Yeah, 87 is not much traffic on it.
Well, 87 turns 89 down there. So it's kind of weird how it changes. You're driving down the road and it's one highway.
It'll take
and then,
87 to get there, but
yeah, the next thing you know, it's got a different name. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm wanting to check out Avalon Beach. It's not too far away.
Yep, not much traffic until you get right down to the beaches.
Then they got a lot of marinas around there.
Yeah.
And I just downloaded the schedule of the Blue Angels practice days.
Right.
So that we can see them. And one of the best places to watch them is the Walmart parking lot.
In Pace?
No, in Pensacola. You can watch the one right in that area by the Naval Air Station. But yeah, it talks about, I found all this stuff today because I like to watch them. I think that they're fun to watch. I don't want to go to an air show and have to go in, pay and all this. They're flying overhead. That's right.
Right.
So, but yeah, there's they practice like in June, the 6th and the 7th, which is today and tomorrow.
Practice.
The 13th and the 14th, the 20th and 21st, 27th and 28th.
We're talking about practice.
Mm-hmm. And but they practice March through October.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
And then they also sign autographs on certain days as well, the pilots. It's like, okay. But they got a big air show coming up in Pensacola. I think it's this month. I think it's here in June. So that's kind of nice. They get a lot of people out on Navarre Beach for that. They said that it's too much traffic for the little 2-lane bridge. Same as for the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I was thinking, it'd be great to rent, to get a hotel room at the Best Western right there on the other side for the 4th of July, but I guarantee they're already booked up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they are.
So with the 4th of July being what, a Wednesday this year or a Tuesday?
Something like that.
So it's a Tuesday. So I don't know. It'll be, I know I'm just looking forward to
Barb.
To 4th of July in Florida.
So, it's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if is the fireworks legal in Florida or not.
I don't know. I have no clue. Some of the a bunch of the houses are considered rural in our area. It's kind of weird. The zoning's kind of strange down there.
Yeah.
I would assume in our subdivision, no fireworks. But I don't know. But the thing is nobody else is going to know either, because nobody moved in until December.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because we're looking at everybody. I mean, the first people to move in were in December.
Yeah.
So, don't know.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
Yeah, when you think about it, this has all gone so fast.
It has. It really has. When you guys went down looking and found one, and then went to put your house up for sale, and this, and then it finally goes through. So everything's working out pretty good for you.
I hope.
Been really quiet on the selling front, but they got quiet on we were buying too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. A little bit, but
yeah, about a week before.
Because you figure if no news is good news, there's no problems.
Right.
And so far, buying that house was probably the easiest.
That was easy.
Selling this one hasn't been that hard. It was just getting through the first two things first that sucked. Oh no!
What?
Oh,
doing what? What are you doing?
Ice. Make sure you ice it.
Get her on there.
Get your foot up.
I need to get Barb in here. Pop her on.
Yeah. See what happened to her foot. It's just like she was talking about how she hurt her shoulder. Their house is hurricane proof, so all the doorways are steel door frames.
Right. She
fell into one and hit it. And I was like, yeah, that could do your shoulder up real good.
I tell you, 8 years ago, right before my 50th birthday, I passed out. And you remember, you knew me then.
Yeah.
I was walking, we went down, we did a whole bunch of stuff down in Fort Scott. We come back, not a big deal. And all of a sudden I'm running a fever. I don't feel good, blah, blah, blah. I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And I was sick. I knew it. And fell over nothing. I'm so sorry.
Do I have to have a video of that, Barb, and do a talk over like we showed? Oh, that was hilarious.
Instead of "Let's go, Brandon," just put on "Let's go, Barbara."
Yeah, it's like, Barb, go this way. No, this way. Too bad. Now you got to turn around.
But yeah, I found out I had suffered from diverticulitis 2 weeks before that, been on antibiotics. Didn't put 2 and 2 together that they put you on 2 different antibiotics at the same time, and it wiped out all my good bacteria, made me sick. And because somebody I worked with had a fever the same, that Friday. And I was like, okay, well, I probably just got the flu. Didn't think anything of it. Thought I just had stomach flu. I stand up in the bathroom, and the next thing I know, Ron's waking me up off the floor, yelling at me, going, "You passed out, you passed out." And while I'm laying there, of course, it's the middle of the night. You suddenly wake somebody up, they've got to go to the bathroom. It never failed. I'm laying there on the floor, and he's going, "We got to get you to the hospital." And I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just laying here." That's what I said. Just laying here. Like I always do, just laying here. And I hear him going to the bathroom, and that's when it hits me. I got to go. I got to get up. And I get up, and I go, "I'm going to shit my pants, and my foot is broke." No, my foot is broken. I'm going to shit my pants. It was in that order.
Yeah.
And I was right on both. And the thing is once
too much detail.
Once I went, got up, came to bed, he's going, "We need to take you to the hospital." I said, "There's nothing they can do. They're going to send me to an orthopedist." So this was at, 3:00 in the morning on a Sunday. So I basically stayed in bed all day Sunday. And I said, "I have a doctor appointment at 11:00 on Monday morning." I said, "I'll just wait." So that's what I did. We get to the doctor, and they tell me my foot is broken, and I had to go for a bunch of tests to find out what was wrong. But we lucked out that I didn't hit my head. I mean, to this day, our toilet faces the shower and the bathtub, and I don't know how I fell this way instead of either back into the toilet or forward into the shower. My foot hit the shower or hit the wall. Yeah, I
heard that.
He heard that. But why didn't I hit the bathtub? Why didn't my head hit something? My back did hit. There's a little wall between our bathtub and our toilet and our sink.
Right.
I had a bruise in the middle of my back where I hit that. Maybe that deflected me, but
almost like you hit, like spun, and your foot hit the shower.
I don't know how.
Door. I don't either.
I don't know how I landed.
I'm just going by what I heard. I heard a boom, boom, boom. It's not like the shower door got hit.
But yeah, if you guys,
I know it's kind of like up here. I can't afford to get hurt until I find out what's wrong with Tammy.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Like today I was on a roof 40 feet in the air on the peak, fixing the flue pipe to the hot water heater down there, right? Yeah. So I'm straddled this up at the top when I started getting cramps in my legs and hips.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And you don't go walking straight down the roof. It's that I had to go down the valley and almost slipping and sliding to get to the ladder and stuff. So I got done with that, and then I spent the rest of the day underneath the house fixing floor joists. So I've been up on top and down below today.
Yeah, we got a little bit of rain yesterday, and I'm walking around. It's it's kind of like just a light rain, but then I started to hear a little rumble of thunder. So I thought, well, it sounds like it's a little. I hear a tunk, 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 tunk. Like, what the hell's that? I walk around the corner, and there's guys up on the roof, up there roofing. It starts raining harder, and up there just don't. No safety harnesses or nothing, and I mean it's way the hell up there.
I just don't get that.
Yeah, the roofs around the houses around where we live they're tall,
right?
And not, they're not square or anything. They're just they got a hell of a steep. It's a steep incline.
This area,
he's on here, Barb.
No house is small. Yeah, everybody needs to be blessed. I mean, technically we are all blessed. We just have to look for it sometimes. Sometimes it's hiding under a rock.
It is. It is.
But now that you've been out here and you've seen those high ceilings suck.
Yeah, but I've painted ceilings like that before.
The ceilings aren't really the problem. It's just, hey, that tall wall, how do you get all that spackling taken care of that far up? And I don't ever want anything. I think that our new house, the ceiling's still too high, but at least it's doable with the right ladder.
Right.
But this house, it's not even doable with the right ladder. You need scaffolding in this house.
Yeah, that's what they did use.
Yeah,
when they were building it, I saw. I saw them using it.
Yep. Oh, I've used a lot of scaffolding.
I would on this house, but I had no way to get it here. I don't have.
Oh, yeah.
Truck. What was that?
I think a cat.
Oh, we got 2 sets of them that we got from Harbor Freight, and they work really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And everything. They're just up. Get you 8 foot up, and then you can buy the extensions if you need more.
Yeah.
And everything. So, yeah, we did it real good. Back when I worked for another company down there, we used them in a building, and we had 3 sets stacked on top, where I had to be up pulling all the nails out of the roof and everything to get it prepped.
Right.
So it was quite the deal. But yeah, I've used a lot of scaffolding. You get up on those things and they start wiggling, you just start acting like you're surfing. That's all you can do. Hey, David.
Hey, Dave. Yeah, speaking of trucks, I don't know if I told you that truck you were talking about that Toyota's coming out with. It's supposedly the competition for that Ford Maverick.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah, well, I've seen a lot of those Ford Mavericks on the road, but this is supposed to be a lot better. It's going to be starting about 20,000 base.
Yep, that's going to be a game changer.
And it will be it'll be available in a hybrid, 40 miles to the gallon on a truck, 4-door truck.
That ain't bad.
Like, wow, I'll take it. Yeah, I want to get another truck, but I think I'm going to hold off until I think I'm going to wait on that. Or I still like the Tundra.
Yeah, the Tundra's all right and stuff, a little bit.
Yeah, Tacoma, that's probably what I'd get.
The Tacoma, well, you seen Pastor Gary's Tacoma that we had.
I had one. That was one of my favorite trucks.
And you notice they've grown up a little bit. They're not your little bitty Tacomas and stuff.
Hell? Hang on.
Somebody honking.
Yeah, it's fire truck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're going down the road.
Oh, okay. I was going to say they're not at your house. So
I don't like ever turning in, but they were just telling some idiot to get out of the way.
Yeah, but down there you'll need to get you a pickup and get it 4-wheel drive. If you do get out on the beach, you got a way of getting out of there.
Nah, I don't need a 4-wheel drive. I think you'd have to special order it down there.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. They got 4-wheel drives at every dealership.
Not down there.
I'd go check.
Drive. Really? I had trouble when I was trying to buy trucks. It was hard to find a 2-wheel drive. I didn't want a 4-wheel.
Right.
I didn't need it. There's probably 2-3 days out of a year you might need it. It's like I'm not spending all the extra money for it.
Yeah. Well, now if you was buying a boat, that might be a different situation. Because a lot of people want their 4-wheel drive when they're backing their boat in on that concrete. With it slick, sometimes they got to put it in 4-wheel drive to get up out of there.
Yeah, there was a time we were wanting to get a 4Runner, and you couldn't get one. You couldn't get one with just 2-wheel drive.
Right.
A 4Runner. Around here, you couldn't.
Right.
I said we may have to go down to Texas because when I went down there, just about all their lots, you couldn't hardly find one with 4-wheel drive. They were all just about 2-wheel drive, which was perfect for what I wanted.
Right.
But we didn't get one.
Yeah, and David, you're right. People go mudding down south.
Yep.
So a lot of that down there going on. But like I said, you're not buying a boat. If you want to go out in the ocean, you'll go rent one or find a tour out there and stuff. That way you don't have the big cost of it and insurance and all expense.
That. We just rent it when we want to use it.
Right.
That's I've talked to other people. I said that's the way to do it. You don't have any of the other crap that goes with owning a boat. There's a lot of stuff, a lot more than what people think.
Well, and then the hurricane comes. It's another thing you got to be ready to bat down and all that. So
if I see what everybody else does, they just leave them.
Yeah, let them float off wherever they go.
I don't know what. I'll say everybody seems to love their boats until a hurricane comes in. It's like, hell with it.
Yeah. time to get a new boat.
Yeah.
Insurance will take care of it.
Yeah, they'll get it.
But, yeah. So, now down there in your part out on the ocean, what kind of fish will you be fishing for out there?
Oh, everything. There are certain seasons where there are going to be, different kinds of fish available, depending on the season. But yeah, I got a.
Okay, why, David? This ought to be a good one.
Now I gotta get with some people and learn on the fishing stuff.
Oh, leave it to David. Oh man, but yeah, it's going to be a whole new experience for you guys down there. Like I said, so
yeah, we got lots of rivers down there, real close by. Black River's right down the road.
And Yellow River's just down the road.
Yellow River, and then the Great River. They look like great rivers to float on.
Yeah,
they really do. I mean, they got float trips and all that, but it looks a little pricey as far as the float trip goes. So I'm thinking, we'll probably end up getting some canoes, which I'm gonna need a truck eventually anyway to haul these canoes. But I think in the meantime, what we might do is just get some like floats, blow up floats and that, just for now. I mean, I've seen the blow up canoes and the blow up rafts and that. I don't know. I'm not real trustworthy of those.
I'm not either, because there's always something in the water, a rock, a stick, a thing, and guess what? Air goes out, you better know how to swim.
Yeah. I just wouldn't want to get stuck, 3 or 4 miles away from our
car.
Yeah, where our car are at. Is that
right?
Well, with the floats, one good thing, I mean, we could drop one car off where we're getting out, and then everybody could take one up there to where we get in and just float down. But I mean, we could haul the rafts and everything in there.
Right. Dave says he can see you floating down the river with a blow up doll. Oh, but yeah. I mean, it's like I said, you're going to have you got a lot more opportunities down there, and you don't have to worry about snowstorms, ice storms, any of that crap.
No.
Down there like you do up here.
The only thing we got to worry about down there is there's a much bigger population.
A what?
Much bigger population of people.
Right.
It's the only thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably a lot busier in the summer. You got people coming for vacation.
It was pretty busy at Easter.
Yeah, they got hurricanes down there.
Yeah, but
I'm not worried about
that. But again, we're in a non-evacuation zone, non-flood zone. There's no water within 8 miles of us. Right. It would have to flood pretty bad for us.
I'd be more concerned about the pop-up tornadoes we get that you can't do nothing about.
And our houses
that are unpredictable, and they can't predict it anyway.
They get those down there. I mean, right after Lindsay moved down there, she She's got pictures of a tornado over Daphne, which is where we would wanted to live.
I'll tell you what, the house down there, those suckers are built. They're built right.
The roof is tethered on.
It is amazing how they're built. I mean, they're actually built. You can tell the way it's built. It's built to withstand all that. A category 3 or a 4. You can see if you see how it's built, you can understand why. How it could do that. This house here couldn't even go through a 1. It's just not built for it.
Yeah, and David, those pythons are in southern Florida, not northwest Florida.
Nope, but your bears and your cats are.
Yeah. We could stand to probably lose a few pets anyway. So.
I'm gonna say, open your jaws.
Oops.
Well, I mean, Carl was here. He didn't hear. I mean, they didn't hear one dog pretty much, and didn't see any.
No, didn't.
The cats never even came out.
No, they didn't.
Caitlin came out right after you guys walked out the door. So.
Yeah, you never know. It takes one to migrate. Yeah, that's right.
Well, there's that. The eagles. There's some eagles up there that, people have said that they've had eagles come and take their dogs. I had no clue that there were eagles down there.
Yeah.
We saw some.
Yeah.
Flying around on our way down in, that was in Missouri and Arkansas where I saw them. But yeah.
I ain't worried about a python. Now, you want to get in a nasty snake, that'd be an anaconda. Now, that's a bad snake there.
I'm more concerned about water moccasins. There's a bunch of them out there.
Oh, no Fifth Saturdays? And damn.
Only in Florida.
The Fifth Saturday somewhere, right?
Only in New Orleans now.
Hey, but there is lots of bikinis, Dave, almost year round.
And little houses where he can go after watching the bikinis. That's what my little beach house will be for, I guess. Ron will have little holes cut in, looking out.
Oh, baby. Right.
But yeah, I gotta find one of those little pop-ups for changing in.
Yep.
But yeah, we're just looking forward to having, a different experience.
Mosquito as we speak. Woo! Oh, that's a bad thought.
That's a bad picture in your mind there.
Yeah.
The thing is
thanks, Dave. I'm blind.
So if you guys can envision that, you're really in trouble.
I'm blind.
But David, you're more than welcome to come down sometime and bring little girl with you. It'd be great to see her. She is such a cutie. And we got friends for her to play with.
He might have to come down there and make another movie and film all those paranormal places you got.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to investigate that beach so bad.
Yeah, we got Bigfoots down there. Mr. Muffin Top.
What's this? I was saying, what Sissy call you, but she's not.
Yeah, there's lots of Bigfoot down there. We've seen a bunch.
We're waiting for them to show up in our yard.
There's all kinds of signs. There are some trees that were crossed that obviously a Bigfoot did that. There's no way nature doesn't happen.
Yeah, there's no way the hurricane could have done it.
Yeah, no way that happened.
No.
It was a Bigfoot.
They came through there and marked its location. X marks the spot. Don't come back
there. And now we're in its spot, so it might want to take over our house.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So that's what I'm worried about.
Maybe that's why all the bugs were in the house.
I have to put a camera out there. That'll keep them away.
Mm-hmm. do Bigfoot.
That'll keep Bigfoot away. Put a trail cam out.
Yeah.
You'll never catch it.
Yeah. I wonder if Bigfoot
stay away.
Likes chicken.
I don't know.
Because
we'd have to ask the experts. I mean, they as a matter of fact know everything.
Actually, I was talking to the lady at.
They like gifts. How do you know?
Did
you ask one?
I was talking to the DirecTV lady today, and she's asking me how we use our internet, and I was like, "Do you really want to know?" And so I started to tell her. Oh my God! She goes, "I was just watching this thing about alien abduction, and and she started talking to me about Bigfoot. And I said, I love talking to people about Bigfoot, because I want to know how all this stuff is factual.
Yeah.
How do you know they like apples?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, they say that like a matter of fact. Like, duh. If you people, talk to them, hung out with them, you would know this.
So
it is funny.
Yeah, there's that, and how do you know the deer didn't eat that apple that you put out there?
Exactly.
Or that the wind didn't blow this off of there and you just missed it, or the rock stacking. Is that aliens or is it Bigfoot?
Oh, I've seen people do that.
Me too.
They do it the Market Trail.
We've seen it everywhere we go, but they try to say that it's alien marking.
That was before a cell phone with GPS and all that. That's what people did back then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
you'd actually have to look at the sky, and there's this thing called the sun that sets in the west, comes up in the east. It's pretty cool.
Are you sure it does that every day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I got turned around.
But I will tell you, there is one thing that is different down there. In the summer, the sun comes up a half an hour earlier there than here.
Yeah.
And in
like
the
5
winter,
o'clock.
in the winter, it goes down a half an hour later than here.
Yeah.
How, I don't know. I had to look at a bunch of data to see, because I was like,
yeah, that I like.
It's 8.
Well, it goes down because
it's at the earlier
there's
part
nothing. There's nothing out there for it to block it.
That's true.
Well, there's that, but it's because it's at the beginning of the central time zone. It's distance. So here, when it's getting dark at 9 o'clock and it's getting dark there at 8:15, it's because of distance, and because we're pretty much at the beginning of the central time zone.
Right.
So, but it is weird how it works out. So we're basically, at certain times of the year, we're losing some extra sun, where here we would be keeping it longer. But, it is strange that it gets light that much earlier there than here, and that it stays light longer there in the wintertime.
That's good.
I'm good with it.
When you was down there looking for houses to buy, did you notice a lot of houses or businesses down there with solar panels up?
A couple of the houses that we looked at, that I looked at, had solar panels.
I did expect to see more, just driving around. I didn't see a whole lot.
It's really shady. I mean, not shady bad, but shady because of trees. I mean, where we've chosen to live.
I mean,
we're talking 200-year-old trees.
Oh, I know. When we looked it up on Google Earth, it didn't even show it. It was still timber.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, and they left a lot of it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice, because the south side of our house, it's pretty much shaded. I mean, we could use our porch all day. And not have to worry about it.
When you look out of our front door, though,
all day,
a bunch of the trees go like this.
Uh-huh.
And it's because of Hurricane Ivan 20 some odd years ago.
Yeah, but did you notice those trees are 200-300 years old? They ain't leaning at all. So, it didn't affect those at all.
Yeah, we
those
got
suckers
some
are straight,
really old trees right there by our house, and they're so
cool
pretty.
Looking.
They're thick. They've got to be anywhere from 200 to 300 years old. Easy.
What do you say the base is? 8-10 feet around?
Yeah, I can't get my arms around it.
Wow. What kind of trees are they?
Oak.
They look like oak.
Oh.
We got a lot of pine trees. We have right now we have an injured pine tree in our yard that's leaking sap everywhere. So I hope that it heals. But if you need any pine sap for glue, we got it.
or pine tar, we can ship it up here and smuggle it in for Brett.
Again, I got stories about him that
I know I do too.
People don't want to hear.
I know I do too.
They need to.
I used to wait on
I
him.
hear they suck.
Yeah.
The Royals suck. They need all their help.
Hello, Lauren.
Yeah,
Hey, Lauren.
The thing is, there's not any pine tar on the tree. It's just pine sap, so it's clear. So I don't know. Maybe the ants will stick to it.
Yeah, there's where your ants will be at, is around that tree.
Yeah, I guess maybe I could. Well, I wonder if I could make syrup out of it. Tap the tree.
I don't know. I'd be finding me a maple tree down there.
I would say that there's probably some not too far away, but maple trees are such softwood trees.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
They wouldn't make it through those storms anyway.
No, we got them. We got them all over up here, and when tornado goes through, they shred like toothpicks.
Yeah,
I know. And like I was telling you a while back, that's the worst part of the hurricane is the after part. When the tornadoes come through the backside, it just kind of tears everything out. Mm-hmm. That's what tore up Magnolia Springs in down there in Alabama, just straight south of Daphne. Hurricane Sally pretty much wiped out this whole historic district of Magnolia Springs. All the magnolia trees, everything. It was just horrible to look at. It made me think of Joplin, but just a smaller area. Lots smaller, yeah. Not hard populated, maybe 200-300 people. But again, and then we're not too far from Bayou La Battery. It's about an hour and a half.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you're not that far from New Orleans.
No.
Nope, about 3 hours.
3 hours.
On a good day.
Right.
Biloxi's not too far.
Dolphin Island.
Yep, Dolphin Island, back to that.
Gulf Shores.
You see, you look at that in 3 hours in all those directions, you're close to a lot of historical places.
Yep.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing Kat. We're going to be seeing her, meet her for lunch one day.
5 hours from Barb.
Yep.
About 7 hours from Tampa. My cousins are at.
Right.
Aunt and uncle.
Got lots of
aunt and uncles. Yeah, we got a lot of relatives down there.
Cousins in Daytona and Flagler, and boy, we've got, like I said, we now know more people in Florida than we do anywhere. It used to be we knew more people in Vegas.
Yeah.
Than we knew anywhere, and now it's Florida, and I wish I could, I'm glad I can say that it's not people that I just met online. These are people that I know personally. So,
Facebook friends.
Well, David's a Facebook friend. Carl's a Facebook friend, but they're people we've actually met.
No, those are real friends.
People we've actually met in person.
Right.
Due to Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's real friends
due to
Facebook friends.
How I met you guys was somehow or another, I found your show.
Yeah.
On the original network you was on. And everything. Started listening, started asking questions.
Wasn't it Jimmy that told you about the show?
I don't know if he did or not.
Jimmy or Charlie or...
Well...
probably was Jimmy.
No, I didn't know Charlie at the time.
Right. Yeah, that's just say. I think
it was after that.
Because he would pop in on the shows every now and then.
Right. But
I would say, if anything, it could have been oh crap. Just went completely blank.
And how you got the show was
odd.
Really weird
drone
because
operator. Oh, what's his name?
Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Hey.
Could have been him. Him and Rick Rose.
Yeah.
Because Steve was part of all that.
I didn't know Rick Rose at the time either.
No, but you did know Steve Hayes.
Yeah, when I knew
we knew about Rick, but we didn't do it until he invited us up there. When he went to Sally House for the first time, he invited us up there, and we hung out with him about all night and his group, and then we had a great time. And then, he put it out there on the internet, and that's when, what's his name?
Ross.
Ross. He watched, and he goes, she'd be perfect for a radio show. And then,
But yeah, I know. And we got to talking on the radio show and everything and found out we weren't that far from each other. and stuff. And then you
Not
had
funny.
me and Gary on the show.
Yeah, it
there.
wasn't that long after it started.
No, about 3 months after
Yeah.
we started talking to you on there, you had me and Gary on the show.
Yeah.
And then down the road a few more months, you had us on again. And that's when we was talking about the KC Paracon, where you guys were going to be at and stuff and set up. And, for the Sally House. And so me and Gary and Tammy and I think Cassidy was even with us.
I don't remember if she was or not.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think she might have went on the I think you guys came out on a Friday and a Saturday. No, I think you came out all 3 days.
We came out every day.
Yeah, I think she came out with you one day.
That Paracon right there is not only meeting you guys for the first time, met David Glidden for the first time.
Yeah.
Met Rick Rose for the first time. Frank Bennett for the first time.
Justin Spurrier.
Yeah, Justin Spurrier.
Jason Kupsik.
Yeah.
Jimmy. No, you already knew Jimmy.
I was with Jimmy because that's how we knew about the Paracon and all that because they were set up.
Yeah, Steve Hayes.
Yeah. Well, Steve and them had just
split.
Had just split because they were on the last investigation at the Kingston jail with Dust to Dawn, and that was their last investigation with them.
Let's see. We also met Dan Williams.
Yep, Dan Williams.
Yeah, Dan Williams was
Scott,
there.
Yes.
Scott. Yeah.
And let's see who else.
Because that was all down at Sugar Creek.
Hector.
Yeah.
Hector was there. Yeah.
Hector, Hector's got a book now.
Yeah.
He was talking about writing a book back then.
Yeah, he's had it out for about 2 years.
I told him, I said, you ought to write a book. He goes, yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But just that little Paracon there.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the family and the paranormal that was created.
Yep.
Right? That we all got to know each other and was real close and friends and still are friends after all these years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it all started through your radio show and the Paracon.
Some of the people that you listed there, I'm really going to miss a lot being that far away. A lot of you guys, we love you guys like family, and that's the hard part about leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But I know none of my true friends want me to stay someplace where I didn't want to be.
No.
And not only from all that did we make friends from this, it led to other friendships that are going to be cherished forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last one, David's Paracon. Oh my God!
Oh yeah, we had a great time. That
one was so much fun, and I'm
so
glad got to go. And Katie, we've been trying to get together. It's just not going to happen. But you know what? We are going to go up to South Carolina. It's only 7 hours.
Yeah, I will say everyone that went to the David's Paracon, everyone had a great time. It might not have been a financial success on David's part,
but it was a people success.
Yeah, everyone that came, we all had a great time.
Oh yeah.
I wish we could do it without it costing money for somebody to put it on. I'd say.
The McPike. Still, McPike Camp Out, that was something we really enjoyed doing every year, even though it was a ton of work.
Well, you look at all the places we've investigated together over the last few years.
And we're going to have to come back because we've got to go down
there.
Yeah,
we got more to do.
We got to go to Garnett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've not that we want, not that it's a want to. We got to go.
With some more.
Yeah.
So.
But we've been to Melbourne, Ashmore together. Look at all the times we had for that year at the Sally House.
Oh man, yeah.
That was a blast.
Yeah.
That was a teetotal blast up there. Seeing all those people coming in, seeing those teams coming in from all over that would want to stay there the weekend and investigate.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one team that came in, that lady came in, she goes, "Oh, I just flew in from England."
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
Yep.
meeting the people from San Diego.
Yeah, to go investigate.
Yeah.
And they've interviewed me now twice on their radio show. And they're such nice people. Stan and them was just so nice.
Yeah, they were fun to hang out with.
And yeah, I mean, from all this,
we were invited when we were up there doing all this stuff. I mean, we were invited a lot. You know, people doing overnights.
But we just couldn't drive up there.
We didn't go. You know, we couldn't make it every time. But yeah, there were certain groups or certain people. We was like, oh yeah, we definitely got to go.
Well, just like we got up there and Rhodey and Katrina and all them up there and different things. I mean, yeah, we had. Well, that year I was up there, had a fantastic time.
Yep.
I mean, there's memories there. Well, just like we talked about the other day. Look at the memory of Cassidy.
Yep.
Walking in there, first time there, heard Denise tell the story.
Yep.
Right? And then started taking groups around because you had a baby in your arms.
William.
And and stuff so that the lady wouldn't use him as an object.
As a trigger object, yeah.
Cassidy led him upstairs, downstairs, all over the place that day, right?
Like an expert. It was funny.
And all she could say was, "Don't tell my mom I was here."
Yeah.
And I went, "I ain't worried about it."
She said, "Do you have anybody have any questions?" And they're like, no.
But we had so much good times up there, dueling Echobox and just a lot of different things. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, we could easily write a book about all the stuff that happened there.
Yeah.
But you know, what's actually stopping us is because we don't want people to think that's what it is right now, because it's not. That's what it was then. Right now, it's just another house.
Mm-hmm.
That if people conjured something else, then that's what they did. But that's not what was in there before.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm going to miss everybody here. But you know what? We can still see each other. You know, we don't have to be in the same room with people to see them.
Okay.
So,
Cat?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, kitty cat.
Yep.
Wouldn't come out when I was down there, but yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
What have you been eating?
She's apparently not been puking as much.
Oh, not missing a child, are you?
Yeah, that was from Coco.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, this is Keela. She's driving.
The TV cat.
She's going to drive me crazy.
Right.
But yeah.
But there again, you guys, you're not that far away.
No, 14 hours ain't that far.
No, it's.
Well, from you, it's going to be 15 and a half, but.
Well, it depends on how I drive.
See? You looking at everybody?
But, yeah, it's not going to be that bad. But there again, I don't want you standing in a place that you're not comfortable with. And you get down there, you're going to have the biggest part of your family all together.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to have Lacey fly in and get to see all of her sisters as opposed to the two that are here.
Right.
Leah, Lauren has not seen Lindsay in over 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Almost 6. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because Lindsay has flown to St. Louis each time.
Uh-huh.
Or drove to St. Louis because it's too far to come here. You know, please. And ice.
Okay, Barbara.
Ice.
Yeah, ice, Barb.
Ice.
Ice the crap out of it.
Yeah, it helped my foot a ton. So, but yeah, it's when you think about the fact that sisters haven't seen each other in that period of time. You know, there's times that Leah didn't get to see Lindsay because Lindsay came to St. Louis as opposed to here. You know, I want the little ones. I want their best friends to be the other little ones, cousins,
exactly,
friends. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I just want them to know who each other is because, my favorite memories growing up were with my cousins, Ronnie and Tracy, and I'm going to see Tracy in just over a month.
Mm-hmm.
It's right. Our favorite memories
probably
are with
close
family.
to 40 cousins on my mom's side. And we were real close,
Yeah.
To about 2 or 3 of them.
It's time for those cousins to get close and know each other.
It is. I think.
And the ones I'm close with are, we're really close with.
Yeah, we like to do things together still. And some of the cousins that he wasn't close with before we're getting closer to.
Yeah.
Is
Brandon,
nice.
I didn't really know real well.
Till we had this lunch. This was really funny. We went to Pizza Ranch and we met up.
They wouldn't even know they were up there.
Yeah, didn't even know they were there.
We went up. What did we go up there for?
Just randomly to see Sue's. We were staying at her.
Oh house. Yeah, went up there on a weekend. And I think we're gonna go by Villisca. Which we did.
Yeah, we were just goofing off.
Yeah.
And they go, meet us here for lunch. And when they found out we were coming, Brandon and Michelle said, we need to sit by Denise and Ron. We got to talk to them about the paranormal. As soon as told them that's what we, that we did that. Right. And from there, we got so close. They're the ones that I was their officiant at their wedding. So it was.
Well, they live in Wichita, but they went on vacation to Iowa. And that's what puzzled me. I'm like, we came all the way up here for vacation?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people do that.
Because I wanted to see some of my relatives that I didn't really know. It's like, okay.
Because Brandon's one of the younger cousins.
Yeah.
They got a lot that are up here in their, going into their 60s. And then there's some down here in their 30s.
Yeah.
And maybe even some younger. No, I think 30s is it.
That's the youngest.
And what's strange
Dana's the youngest.
Yeah.
I believe, yeah.
Jane. Isn't Jane?
No, Dana's the youngest.
But yeah, Dana lives over here in Lee Summit. How many times have we seen her in Kansas City?
Yep.
We saw her in St. Louis the last time we saw her. Did she come up to the funeral?
No, Jane did.
Yeah, I knew. Well, Jane lives in the area. But yeah, it's nice.
I think she's here. Kansas City.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
She was in Nebraska last time.
She was. When she moved down here.
Oh, well. Sucks. Got family right here. And they don't even, when people come to Kansas City, it doesn't matter. When people come to Kansas City, they don't even mention, hey, I'm in Kansas City. Because we're so far south. So far. 17 miles.
They think, well, we're going to Kansas City. They're too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it is out of the way usually.
Yeah, but they could have at least said, hey, we're here. Do you guys want to meet us somewhere?
Right.
Because we've done that with Susan and Carrie. Met them a few times. It's just, I guarantee now when people are coming to Florida and they're going, hey, we're going down to Tampa. We need to stop someplace off of I-10. Let's talk to Ron and Denise, But
right.
I'm telling everybody the Best Western looks really nice. Well, I don't have furniture.
That's true.
So the Best Western,
not right now.
The Best Western down the road just got remodeled. It looks really nice, and by the Dairy Queen, which I thought we'd have more Dairy Queens. We only have one.
How many do you need?
I don't even know where it is.
Well, how close is your closest Whataburger down there?
5 minutes.
Oh.
5 minutes one way, 8 minutes the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, about any direction.
So, Dr. Pepper milkshakes.
Ugh.
A Dr. Pepper milkshake.
Yeah.
I don't even drink soda.
She didn't even like Dr. Pepper, really.
But I like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to
now,
drink
where'd you get that at?
Whataburger.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. They have that. They have a white chocolate raspberry one in the fall. and they have a banana pudding one that's going to be coming out here in a couple weeks. The banana pudding one is really rich, and I'm going to tell you, you get one of their shakes, get a small, because otherwise you're bloated all day.
Yeah, I could drink a large one, but yeah. Okay. Oh, somebody's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Seen the light pop on.
Yeah, it's Lauren.
Yeah, she's grabbing some towels.
Oh. She getting ready
It's
to
a
pack.
ghost. She said,
ghost.
she goes, it's a ghost.
It just said it. I'm a ghost.
So it's got to
Oh,
be.
crap.
It's got to be a ghost. Oh, look at that. The light went off. Oh,
No,
my God.
no.
It's not a motion light either.
See the
Let's
last
put a trail cam up.
seen her Sunday, and the last time I can think of that I seen her before that was at the baby shower.
Would have been either there or the courthouse, one of the two.
I'm thinking the baby shower.
Yeah, she came to the baby shower.
Yeah. Juan de Leon.
By her broken foot.
Yeah. She decided that she was just going to trip over air. She's going to have to check out the orthopedist tomorrow or next day.
Yeah, and those take a while to heal.
It does. It took 8 weeks for mine. So, and the older we get, the worse it is. So,
yeah.
But
I know.
Hopefully I get to come back on my show on the 19th. I'm not counting on it yet, only because I want to get down there and see how.
Yeah, we want to check our internet out.
How noisy it is in the house with everybody there.
Right.
Oh, we'll do that outside.
So, but yep, we got some. If we're outside, the kids are going to be outside.
Exactly.
So, Carl, do you have any ideas on how to get rid of fire ants?
They're ants.
Fire ants and ants.
They're not fire ants.
They're biting.
I know how to get rid of them. She even asked me. I know how.
I'm just kept trying to get.
Do you know how are you going to get rid of them, Ron?
Gas.
Stick a tube. Pour some gas down in it.
Right.
Right in their little hole. They don't like it.
Tell you another thing.
You don't even have to light it.
Right. Is mule team borax. That works great for ants. Because once they get in it and they go down in there and die, the other ants eat them.
I walked around. I saw the ant. I saw the ant. They weren't fire ants.
Yeah. I didn't think they were either because they're brown.
I hate fire ants.
Fire ants are red.
I'll napalm them. I'll do whatever I have to do to get rid of them.
Right.
The other ones, nah.
You know that borax.
I can get rid of those.
And sugar water. That does not work every time.
It's working for us up here.
It won't next time. That's the thing.
True.
Because I just did it again, and it did not work. I used that Zevo. It kills them, but it doesn't keep them away.
I don't keep them off.
I mean, and that's supposed to be safe around animals and kids.
Yeah,
and all
we use the steam, what they call steam now, and everything in a spray bottle. It's good for animals, kids, and everything. Yeah. It's like that. But you spray it, and boy, the ants will stay away from it like crazy.
I need to plant some plants that will keep away
animals or bugs. That peppermint spray, it does keep the spiders away.
Is that the only thing it keeps away?
No.
Oh, it keeps other stuff, but I had a garage full of spiders. I mean, every time I went in the garage, I mean, there's spiders just going everywhere. I haven't even seen one anywhere.
And the garage smells nice. So
I don't know how often we'll have to spray it, but there's none in there. I haven't seen any.
We didn't want to take.
I don't know where they went.
I also sprayed the boxes with some just to make sure that we weren't bringing any with us.
Kind of wondering where they went.
We also sprayed the truck before we took the truck.
Right.
So
now, are you going to get you one of them big propane deals for mosquitoes down there to set outside?
I don't know.
So far, it hadn't been a problem.
Oh, okay.
I think the water's far enough away. But again, it's rainy
moving
season.
water. Yeah, it is moving water. The water that's around us is not just sitting.
Right.
Now,
Yeah,
over by Lindsay's, it is a mosquito control area by her.
Uh-huh.
They're horrible in her yard.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're I don't know. And it ain't gonna help that they have that swimming pool now.
They do have a little more standing water over there.
Yeah. That's where you get one of those propane deals that stands up and it's supposed to cover a third of an acre to a half an acre around. And will keep mosquitoes away.
What is it? A propane?
They look like an outside heater.
Yeah, like an outside heater.
Yeah, but they're made especially for mosquitoes.
What's it
and
do?
A heater. The way it burns out, and the fumes it puts out is the way that mosquitoes stay away from.
Right.
Because the same thing does when you're grilling or smoking out there. You want to get rid of mosquitoes, crank the smoke up real good around the area. They'll get back. They'll get away.
Well, there's one. They're not very big.
What's that?
This one is at Home Depot for about $60. Home Depot's becoming our place to shop, apparently.
Is it?
Well, with the veterans discount and low tax.
Right. That'd be the way to do it.
It's nice. I don't know. Is that propane? That's not propane.
Yeah, well, I thought I saw one with a hookup for a bottle, or a propane bottle, but it was like $400.
Yeah, this one's only $60, and it says for
fly trap, mosquito and fly trap, half an acre.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of nice. It's not huge, and
you might look into it when you get down there and they start coming in real thick.
Yeah, like I said, we got all kinds of things that we're looking at this point because we see ourselves being outside more often than what we are now.
Right.
So, oh, it also catches bees.
Good.
Oh, and these ugly bugs. I don't like them. So it's kind of neat. It says it covers up to 15,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
Half an acre.
So our neighbors will be really happy.
Oh, set it out in the middle. Yard. Set it out in the middle of your yard. It'll cover your entire backyard.
Our backyard is this house, it's more than half an acre here.
Right.
Our new house, not so much, thank goodness. So it'll be different as far as it says it withstands rain and non-severe weather conditions.
Yeah. So if you start hearing hurricane, go take it down.
It's so little that it's easy enough to pick up. It doesn't look like it's very big. Oh, 13 inches high.
What's it run on? Battery? Plug-in? I haven't seen that.
So we'll have to. Oh, a few more details. Leewood Family Care.
Oh.
So UV light. So it's battery.
A UV light battery?
Yeah.
Oh, it's for me. They called me in a prescription.
Oh.
Yeah. So
you need more?
They hadn't called me in anything after I called yesterday.
Oh.
So actually, I think this is electric. Says based on safe, quiet. It says something about.
No, it's either electric or battery. So.
Yeah. Well, it says last longer than battery. No zapping sounds. Eliminate flies.
Oh, it's more or less like a bug zapper is what it is.
Yeah, which is...
That's all right.
If the UV light attracts them and keeps them away from me, that's all that matters.
That's it.
But, yep. Like I said, we'll figure it out.
Bugs out there. Oh, yeah. If it's not that bad down there, then you don't have to worry about it. But if it does start getting that bad, I'd get a head start on it. Especially with the kids out there running around.
Oh, yeah. Temu's got some 2-piece solar bug zapper outdoor lights.
Mm-hmm.
For $12. 2 for $12.
Right.
Oh, solar?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know
how much. It wouldn't work that great in the backyard. There wouldn't be a lot of sun hitting it.
So,
yeah.
Temu will offset carbon emissions from every delivery. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I like that Temu deal. Tammy got her package in the other day with a bunch of our stuff that we'll be selling down there at Paragold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of the arrowheads with wolves on them and eagles on them.
Yeah, you got a picture of that? I want to see that.
Of the necklace?
Yeah, with the arrowhead.
Okay, just 1 second. You talk to whoever's out there. Let me grab one.
No, we don't want to talk to these people. I hope everybody's having a good night. And
we're home shopping.
Yes, we're shopping for
the Paranormal Home Shopping Network.
Hey, there's some really neat stuff on here.
I got this fine pen here. It says Candlewood Suites, $29.99.
$29.95. So, but if any of you have found something interesting on Temu that you think that everybody would be excited to get, let me know. It's like Wish, but better. I think it's better so far. Wish seems to be really cheap crap, really cheap. So, but yeah, I don't think you can look through the whole website in one day. I mean, I looked through like 400 or 500 things and still haven't seen everything on there.
Oh, yeah.
So
do they got it in categories or what?
Yeah, you can search, but it's not.
Here's a section called crap.
Yep, crap. You want me to search for crap? CRAP. I guarantee something's going to come up.
Yeah, their size, if it says small, it's actually smaller.
There you go. I actually looked up crap. And what do we got? We got crap.
Okay, so we'll see if this.
Look up crap on Temu, Carl.
Oh, really? At some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be surprised what you find.
Okay.
There's Bigfoot. We found him sitting on a toilet.
And into the
there you go. He's got. Oh, that's cool.
Indian with a wolf on it.
That's painted on?
Yeah. That is actually painted and epoxied over.
And you bought those for how much? 89 cents?
Actually, I think we got these for 81 cents.
And you're selling them for what, $8?
$8 is what they retail for.
Oh, yeah, easy.
I could sell them for $5 and make all kinds of money off of them.
They probably sell them for 10.
But she got this whole package full of different things. Right? Let's see, what else did you get in here? Oh. The little bracelets.
Yeah, that's it there. $1.27.
With the peace symbol and everything on them.
Yep.
Well, that's actually a pretty good little chain, too.
Yeah, it's an actual chain, not...
Yeah.
Earbuds.
Yeah.
I need some earbuds.
Some real pretty
$100
bracelets.
I've got... Oh, yeah. Those... Yeah, I found one of those broken in my house, and they kept looking like little eyeballs looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
So after we get moved, I'm gonna look at this.
Yeah, I think we might get a bunch of stuff and then just have the Leah resell it or somebody. Start a little.
Well,
business.
There's your business, Ron. There's your business to get started in. Here's one that has a heart that says believe in your dreams. Anything is possible. And it's
I
a
know I got a
heart.
bunch of
Oh,
baseball cards.
it won't show with the
I'll get
green
with-
screen. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. But
Yeah, I'll
they're
get with
sorted
Devin. I
all
got a
kinds
bunch of
this
baseball
stuff.
cards to get rid of.
Yeah. I mean,
They got
all kinds of stuff in here.
work.
What was it? Oh yeah, that
It was wrong size.
I didn't.
I like it, but I'm still going to use it. What I got
Yeah.
for now, but yeah, there's some
And
unusual
little cars.
things. Oh wow!
But Team U, I'll tell you what, I'm impressed. When my package comes in this week, you'll have to watch the show and see the Enduroscope. I got a 16-foot cable on it, and it's got its own picture and everything on a handheld device that you go down drains or go down in engine blocks with, right? And I got it. And then the big thing I want to check out is this attachment that goes on your drill.
That's the one
That's
I got.
got a 6-inch chainsaw on the end of it. So you got a 6-inch chainsaw on your drill.
You got them everywhere.
What?
So
those coins, you can get them anywhere.
That was the exact coin I had. 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
They took and measured it. It was like, no, it's 5 ounces short. Should be 28, not 23. And it was smaller in circumference.
What do you think?
It's like it's not real.
Yeah,
damn.
but they have all kinds
lanterns
of
are really cool
stuff on there for a decent price. I mean, I can't complain about them.
This really is silver. It's worth it.
No kidding. Click on that. Is that what they're claiming? It's real silver?
Silver American Eagle. So.
Is they silver plated or what?
I'm looking. Well, look at that.
It says 1 ounce fine silver.
So it would have to be 1 ounce fine silver. They're not allowed to say it on those.
Right. You know, I could sell it.
Yeah, you
give me $20 a piece for those.
Yeah. So the silver dollars on here, the melt value is worth more than what they're charging. They're charging.
I order a couple of those and see if I can sell them for $20.
But you look at like those necklaces I was showing you and everything. Now you know how a lot of these little retailers are making big money and everything. You know, if I got that for, say I bought it for $1 and I sell it for $5, that's a 400% profit right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean it's an easy business to get into. You just gotta kind of estimate what you're getting into and, you know, what'll sell and won't sell. Buy 10 of these, 10 of those and everything. You can make your money back real quick. To give you a rough idea, I think this big bag, and you'll see how big it is compared to my head here and everything, right?
Silver plate.
I think she has a total of $21 in this bag is what she spent.
Okay.
And there is probably $400 retail sales in here at least.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, just buyer beware. You know,
some of the things aren't as great. You have to really look at them.
Yeah, right? I wouldn't say go out and buy 10 of anything and go, I'm going to, until you get one and look at it and make sure that it's what you're looking for before you do it. But a lot of the stuff I've seen on here is stuff I've seen in medical stores for a lot more money.
Exactly.
So
you've seen them in truck stops, convenience stores. You've seen them in little bitty shops here and there, mom and pop shops and things.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the drone I got for, you know, it listed for $50 some, and I got a special on it for $15. It's well worth the $15. It flies and it videos.
Yeah.
What else do you want? But
again, like I said, buyer beware and make sure that you get
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, don't just buy.
What you do on that coin you're looking at on Temu, go
Yeah.
in YouTube, put that coin, copy and paste that onto YouTube, and it'll show you a Temu review on that coin. Somebody has bought it, and they'll tell you what it is and
The
look
people
at it.
are saying great things about it in the reviews right now.
Yeah, it says good quality, but is it actually 1 ounce silver?
Because it says it's silver plated.
It says silver plated.
But it also says 1 ounce fine silver on it.
Yeah, so it's kind of.
So is that 1 ounce of fine silver plating?
See, plated is not worth as much as 90. You know, normally it's
you see these tungsten carbide rings silver. They got.
Yep.
You got a couple, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and I like them. They're good quality.
Yeah, they look pretty nice. They look like
I'm getting them set up to do laser engraving on them.
Yeah, these wouldn't need laser engraving, the one that Ron just found, but the ones that you got would.
I see. I've got ones that you can laser on. Others that's got the chain in the middle that the chain spins around the ring.
Okay.
Right. We've got them with inlays, crosses on them, deer on them, different things like that she's ordered. Those to resell are a little harder because you got to have so many sizes.
Right. Yeah. That's what I said. You got to size it. That's the problem with that.
That's it. You know, you don't know what your majority of people out there is going to buy. What size?
For women, it's 6 to 7.
Yep.
So, because they usually, when they put out a ring at the jewelry store, that's what sizes that they put so that they can don't have to size them too much.
Right.
You know, too small or too big. So
yeah, the clothing. Denise says like if it's a small, it's actually smaller than a small.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's Tammy ordered.
So you have to order a size bigger than what you really want.
Okay, Tammy wears a 2X, right? Okay. Every time she ordered a 2X, it came in as a small. So the last shirt she ordered a 5X. It came in as a 2X and fit her. That's how different they are on their thing. But what I like about Temu is I got to go through this bag when she gets home and check and see how many of each thing she did order. Because Temu's real good about reaching their hand in and grabbing and putting a bunch in there. You may get 2 or 3 extra.
Yeah.
So
those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chinese sizing is different. You're right, Ruth.
Yeah. So like when I bought
go to
Clover, a little outfit,
and
she's a size 2T, and I bought a 3/4 for her, and it fits fine. But they have, I mean, it's cheaper than me making some of the clothes. That's the thing. I mean, I can sew and can make some of these things, but if I can buy it cheaper, why would I do that?
Exactly. So, you wait, 10 days or so to get it, but whoopee-doo. Free shipping, so whoopee-doo.
Yeah.
But everybody orders it, and more you order, the special deals you get from Temu. Just like I got one right there to take $15 off my next order, no matter what price I get it at. So if I order $16, it's only going to cost me $1.
Right.
And then you get free things every once in a while with them.
Yeah, some of the stuff, like I said, I'm impressed with how it looks online, but like I said, I just got to be careful that I don't buy something that I'm not ever going to use.
Exactly. That's why anything I go to buy majorly off of there, I always copy it and go to YouTube and look up and stuff to see if somebody's got a video out on it, if it's good or bad.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, just going through the website is going to take days. So,
and a lot of it is
things you guys keep ordering.
Yeah, we order a lot of these necklaces, jewelries. That's where we got the Second Amendment Ranch coins. The Second Amendment coins. We'll be getting some more different coins on there. They have Trump hats on there. They got Trump coins on there. Different things like that. But we order a lot of the necklaces and jewelry that I know will sell. Yeah, it's shipped from China, Ruth.
So when they're making these coins, these Bill of Rights type coins, Second Amendment, they're telling the Chinese people, don't look?
I guess. Or they're telling them to look and make it so these people over there in America buy them for 87 cents a piece.
That's probably a whole month's salary for some of those people.
It could be.
So
it could be.
Yeah, there's quite a few things. You know, like I said, just be careful.
You bought some little cars.
Root, you got to look at it this way. Anything you buy anymore comes from China anyway. Yeah, you won't buy it. Okay, that's fine. But
I don't blame you.
I don't either. I don't really care that it comes from China, but if I can take advantage of the pricing and get a good deal, I'm going to. So
that's a good price.
Anyway, folks, we've ran over our 2 hours. And I know Denise and Ron's got a lot they got to get ready to get moved here in 9 days. So you guys be safe on your trip down there and stuff. And like I said, next week you won't be on the show because you're going to get the truck and be packing and everything, which is fine. I'll do the echo box and nectronics and all that good stuff like I used to do on the show. So I'll have that covered. But you guys be safe. That's the important part.
Actually, we're going to drive like bats out of hell to get out of Kansas.
You probably are.
We're going to play the song and do that.
And Toto, they won't be in Kansas anymore.
Like I said, that's what I've been waiting to say is we're not in Kansas anymore.
That's right.
But I'm going to go. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks, and hopefully the Paranormal Pride will be back on the 19th.
Right. Should be. You're getting a call. So, okay, you guys have a good time, and everybody check out the Bill of Rights Network on Facebook. Check out Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment page, Things Network on Facebook, Japan Paranormal on Facebook, and Born TV on Rumble. You know, I want to thank everybody. We finally reached our goal, the first goal of over 100 followers over on Rumble. We're sitting at 101. So we're doing real good over there. So I want to thank everybody, and we will see you next week here on Paranormal Nation Radio, Not So Normal. Have a good evening.
Good night.